Welcome to Good Morning APUS. I am your news anchor, Natalie Rosgato, and this morning we are discussing Buddhism. Buddhism was founded by the Buddha in around 500 BCE. Buddha was originally a prince named Siddhartha who left his life of luxury in search of life's truths. This religion does not focus on a god, but rather on finding one's inner peace to end suffering in life. Buddhism is predominantly practiced in Asia, but has been spreading westward. Our first story this morning is about Buddhists and their impact on the environment. In eastern Canada, the monks from the Great Enlightenment Buddhist Institute Society practiced what they call cultivated compassion by purchasing 600 pounds of lobster and releasing them back into the ocean. The intention of this act is not to change the dietary habits of others, but to show compassion to all creatures. Islanders, including fishermen, have shown their support for the Buddhists' actions by helping the Buddhists find good locations for their releasing the lobsters, where they are less likely to be caught again. This is a beautiful example of how many Buddhists are taking charge in creating a more compassionate world. Our next story comes from the Dalai Lama himself. In December of 2017, he released a message to the world as to how to make 2018 a better, more fulfilling world for everyone. He spoke about the violence that has occurred in the past century and how our emotions have controlled these actions. In the last portion of his message, he had this to say, and I quote, "For those who feel helpless in the face of insurmountable suffering, we are still in early years of the 21st century. There is time for us to create a better, happier world, but we can't sit back and experience a miracle. We each have actions we must take by living our lives meaningfully and in the service of our fellow human beings, helping others whenever we can and making every effort to do them no harm. Tackling destructive emotions and practicing loving kindness isn't something we should be doing with the next life, heaven or nirvana, in mind, but how we should live in the here and now. I am convinced we can become happier individuals, happier communities, and a happier community by cultivating a warm heart, allowing our better selves to prevail." This is truly a loving message from a man who wishes to see more love and less hate in the world as a whole. We can only hope that the world has heard his message. In our top story this morning, there may be a chance that the Buddha's remains have been found. Archaeologists in China uncovered a 1,000-year-old casket within a Buddhist shrine. The casket was labeled with an inscription stating that the remains inside are in fact from the Buddha himself. The inscription also says that in the year 1013, 2 monks buried over 2,000 pieces of cremated remains in the temple as well. Buddha died over 2,500 years ago, so it is still debated whether or not the remains in the casket are in fact from the Buddha himself. What do you think about this matter? Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful morning.